3, 2, 1, go. Hello everybody, welcome back to I was about to say Draki Cup. Anomaly Cup 1. This is, I believe, Thunderdome Volume 3, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
I believe so. It's like 3 or 4.
Something like that. So naturally, the only way to do this is to co-cast with the lovely cowofschmau. So say hello to the people.
Hello to the people!
See how good she's become? She knows exactly what she's doing. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do the magpie thing and be like, hey, the moon is rising and the cows are casting.
Yeah, well, what time is it over there? It's still daylight here.
It's like 7 p.m.? Yeah.
Well, the sun is setting and the cows are grazing. Well, I guess that's not true because it's just all sand over here, but oh well, what you gonna do? This is obviously the group stage here where cowofschmau and I faced off, and I was saying before we started the cast here, as you can see the wreck getting opened by the orbital strike, just a bit of overkill there. I think this game was played so long ago that neither she nor I really know what happens anymore. Like, it's been lost to the annals of time. So it'll be fun, you know, it'll be an adventure. Who knows what's gonna happen? Oh dear, Sim wants me to play R2 or he'll suplex me. Have you ever been suplexed, cowofschmau?
No, never.
Me neither.
Did my fair share of, like, MMA grappling back in the day, but, like...
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. I've
done jujitsu, so... But I've never been suplexed. I have been thrown into the ground pretty hard, but not like that. I'm a stalker at Walmart now. What? I don't even want to know, man. Stalker! Okay, I see. Like, okay, there we go. The Walmart stalkers, man. Oh, you gotta watch out for that. Oh, good grief.
Alright, back to the game. It looks like we got a little base runner scuffle going on.
Indeed. And I'd say Savant always wins that one, right? Just because, you know,
yeah, with the DJ. I can't remember if I drop a turret, though. We'll see.
I think it would be a mistake. Except maybe back at the base. Because I guess there's actually some threat that the base runner can reach all the way to the salvagers, but it looks like I wasn't interested in that. Kind of a weak TJ, actually. Well, I might get the base runner. 2 HP, you're kidding me! No! No! Like, look, I'm coming back in, I really want to finish that. Yes! Oh, I'm the best. I'm the best. I never make any miscalculations, ever. You agree? You better, because you're on my channel, so if you don't, you're fired.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not happy that you got that base runner, but coming out with the Stele V, we'll see what they have to say about it.
Yeah, and that should be the end for the Savant BR2. I can't see it getting out here. By the way, I'm remembering now, this is the game where we accidentally set artifacts to 5 over. Whoops.
Oh, and important to mention that at this moment you are going straight to Peanut Light Bomber and helicopter fabrication.
Oh, good, good. Disgusting.
Which I'm teching AAAVs, but I'm not prepared for this.
Well, that is good though. That's the first step. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how this works. If Just Carrier was in the chat, he would tell me for sure. But I'm pretty sure that the support cruiser anti-ground is actually needed to activate their EMP as well. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So, yeah, not having any AAVs out is going to be a little bit rough. But they are teching. You know, they're going to be done in 15 seconds, so it's probably not going to be too late here.
So, attack coming out on your 3rd, by the way.
Yeah, and that's nice. Oh, but look at that, I've got support cruiser anti-ground finishing here.
And actually launching one of the bombers here, that shouldn't hit the LAVs. Oh no, no, don't do it, don't do it, no. Oh. This is a very bad use of the peanut light bomber, I would say. Although, with the gunship in tow, like, it doesn't even need to have any ammo. If I would just not dock it, I could use it for vision and do quite a lot of damage with the gunship.
Yeah, that's some good synergy.
It's like not going to be used today, though, so that's too bad. Probably no need for det packs either. Like I said, Support Cruiser anti-ground is dumb, so that's going to keep this base safe.
So, I got, one salvager kill. I'm moving up to my third.
Yeah, it's really not terrible at all. Comes the AVs as well. No armor ups, but I don't really think you need them to fight gunships. I might be wrong, but I don't think so.
Oh, but where are these, light bombers going?
Wherever they are, they're going pretty fast. It looks like, I don't know either. Probably the play is to just hit salvagers here. So yeah, sure enough. So I'll start
They're gonna
slapping
get them.
the main base. One of them dies to the AVs though, that's nice. You know, it's curious, with that EMP from the support cruiser because it like causes them to dock if you're not watching, which I really have not liked generally, but in fact I believe it's changing in the next version of Anomaly. But you have to micro them a lot as they're flying around there because every time they get hit by the EMP they try and go back and dock. And I think that's why it took longer to get those kills than you might have expected. And now we got an AV just kind of plinking down this probe. It'll take it 10 years, but it'll get there eventually. That actually is significant though, because of course it makes the gunship not have any vision, so it can't do its thing for free anymore.
Yeah. No sign of a higher tier tech from me, though. I'm not sure what I want to do here.
Yeah. I think I was teching ACs there for a bit, but then I canceled it. Also, I must have had an extra salve, because
like
look, I'm carrying him out to the front. Wait, no, I'm building more? Oh, goodness. What am I doing here?
Oh, salve rush. Okay.
Well, pretty slow rush, but yeah.
Well, using salves as combat units, I think, is what you're about to do.
Yeah, so that's kind of fun. Look how many there are, too. Oh, good grief. Do you think this works? Like, I don't know. Bit of carrier power, too. So with those two together, I mean, theoretically... Like, obviously I can hold off AAVs all day, but the question is missile batteries, which you have the tech for. Yep, and there's one hitting the field now. If I'm not mistaken, that should be fine. Yeah. Support cruiser pops on the third two. Carrier might be stuck. No, looks like it's gonna get out. You know, I'm always paranoid about carriers getting stuck on this spot of the map, though. Yeah, it's always so weird watching your own games, you know? You're like, what am I doing? Why am I playing like this? And you never know.
Well, hey, I'm proud of myself for getting your Air Force.
Yeah, they did all die. Look at that. It strikes me that I probably could have just attacked the main base. Now tell me, Cow, did you ever play Basement or Nothing back in the day?
No, never.
So, what you learn playing that game, well, first off, is you shouldn't move your salvagers into your own death packs. I don't know why I'm doing that. But what you learn playing that mod is that, like, if I have 20 salvagers and you have, like, one, you can still win. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about that as I drive toward the main base. Like, whoever gets the det packs thrown first is the one who wins. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter who's got more numbers. Was that det packs on the logistics module that I just used there?
Yep, that's what it was.
I gotta think that's a mistake, because don't I hurt my own carrier like that?
I think think you did.
And the missile batteries are chipping in too, that's for sure. So I'm down like 4,000 health here, and that's pretty significant.
Oh, I remember this game now.
I still don't. I've got a bad case of the DOK amnesia right here.
So, at this point, this is where I feel like I have some momentum to push.
Which is kind of true, right? Because, like, obviously these artillery cruisers are not exactly frontliners. What's your power like, though?
Not great. I've just got 2 in weapons right now.
Yeah. Oh, dear. the artillery's starting to hurt as well. Maybe this isn't a moment to push out here. The artillery barrages are starting to do some damage, too. Ow! Okay, yeah, I think it's time for your carrier to get out of here. I think if Just Carrier was watching, he'd be like screaming at me for using the unprecision barrage here, but I mean, it worked out in the end, so. Oh, those are my logistics ones. I was like, how did you throw them that far away? I gotta say, I really love the Savon carrier if it can get powered up all the way.
Yeah, it's really good in Anomaly.
I'm just really happy about how it looks too, you know what I mean? Like, it turned out quite well. Although it's extremely fragile, of course. But that's just what you expect. Well, the beehive is done. And your carrier's pretty low, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's the play. Yet, here it comes. On the...
Here's the beehive.
What am I doing? Like, why am I putting it over here? I probably could have just killed the carrier. Okay, whatever. It's just me hating the way that I play this. They are certainly ravaging that main base, though. There's no doubt about that. AVs are trying to get into position as well, and that's the artillery doing its job. And that should be the game.
Yep, that is the game.
Kind of a weird first game, don't you think? I mean, it feels like both of us didn't know what we wanted to do the whole time.
Yeah, there was a moment where, like, I was feeling pretty good, but definitely overextended.
Just Carrier pointed out to me one of these days that if you, like, middle mouse click on the bees, you can select them. And that's when I discovered that you can select units with middle mouse click. Like, I didn't know that. I've only been playing this game for, like, half a decade, but, you know. Anyway, I just had to point that out. Would be nice to have a mod for vanilla that only makes visual changes. Huh. Maybe. But I think the visuals are pretty good in this game. Well, let's move on to game 2, shall we?
Yep, I'm loading up now.
And I'll be there in just a moment as well. Oh yeah, I guess we forgot to mention, we're both playing random, right? So, Coalition versus Saban was both random picks for the last game.
And this time around, it's gonna be Knaff versus Coalition.
Yeah, I swear, man, there's like some kind of conspiracy that you will always get Coalition when playing random. In fact, Just Carrier was showing me, he did a whole bunch of testing, and he got Coalition, I think it was like 80% of the time or something, after like 20 games. So, who knows? Who knows? Obvious Coalition bias, am I right? Well, you're in position, I assume?
I am in position.
Alright, then we'll start on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And this time we did set the artifacts to 9, so that's nice, and we are on the shallows. You know, it's funny, I made this map, but, like, most of the time I kind of don't want to ever play it. I'm probably,
Yeah,
probably you picked it here, right? Because I would never pick this
I
trash.
did. This was my pick, and I'm not sure why I did that. I'm also retiring my BR, which
Oh yeah, what the?
I never do anymore.
Yeah. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Conef just needs the vision so much, you know? And obviously, getting those artifacts out can give you that carrier power to do it, so you always want to keep those if you can. Speaking of artifacts, have you noticed that they're, like, slightly misplaced from the pedestal? That's just me being lazy. I'm sure I could have fixed that, but...
Oh, yeah!
Well, now that I've said that, you'll never be able to unsee it, right?
Nope, never.
What am I doing, by the way? Look, I didn't open the wreck with the module. I opened it with, like, salvagers. Oh, it's so inefficient. Oh, this is a PC forward kind of play, huh?
It is.
Yeah, we don't see this a lot from Conef, again, because of that mobility support system. They've got movement and vision debuffs in the beginning of the game that they need to sort of correct for, but...
I'm pretty sure this is the game where I learned that, so...
I see. Hey, at least you did learn, you know? If you've been watching my casts, I mean, you know I've been like screaming at Rendered Spy to stop building sand skimmers, and he just never learns, I don't know. But it's gonna be Assault Chips first, which is fine too. I mean, Assault Chips are great units in this patch. But it's just a little difficult to do anything in the early game as Conef. Although this is an exposed carrier against sand skimmers, so that's always a little scary. You can see they're taking a lot of damage. You can see a turret set up as well, though. That should help to hold this off. Wow, that's so weird looking when, like, the missiles miss. I mean, I guess it's in the name missile, you know, but still. Because that never happens in vanilla, right? Like, the missiles always land. Still never quite gotten used to that. Lightning!
Lightning!
Oh, cowofschmau! This is the map where I should have said the cows are grazing. Look, there's grass.
Yeah. Only map in the game with grass.
Some deserts of Kharak. What a joke.
So, alright, looks like you're teching carrier mobility, which is going to help you a ton in this defense. And I'm building assault ships.
Yeah, although I guess you would expect that I would have gotten some kind of, like, unit at this point, wouldn't you have? Base runner inventory, oh no. Oh no, what am I doing? Assault Chips having outrageous DPS as usual. The jetpack is really good. Oh dear. Oh, and the carrier slaps them down. Actually, another jetpack deployed there, but that one wasn't needed. I guess that is the trade-off of Assault Chips, isn't it? They're very, very strong, but they're also, like, paper thin. You look away for half a second and they just all explode.
Yeah, that was a really good jetpack, and carrier mobility helped you a lot there.
Yeah. It's actually, I think, even more effective in Anomaly than it was in Jiraki, if I'm not mistaken. Because I believe it gives you 30 move speed instead of, like, 17 or whatever. This PC is gonna be fine though, don't worry, because the carrier, of course, can't chase past this choke point right here, so no escape. But this is still obviously a great game state, because now cowofschmau, or you, have got to get your eco set up, whereas I just sort of move over and I'm already on 2 base. Oh no, look, I have support cruisers, so I'm just on 2 base even without having to do anything. Oh my.
Yep, you're pretty dang far ahead.
We might be seeing an early nuke then, hmm? might be in the cards here. Although I am teching anti-air now, so perhaps I'm worried about some kind of follow-up with Smokefish or something, which is a little goofy if I'm not lying here. Because I've got that probe, right? So I can see the entire map right now. So, you know, I know that, okay, yeah, you have a Soul Chip tech, but I know you're not building air and that you're on one base. So I don't know why I'm bothering to get anti-air here, but maybe I'm just stupid.
Meanwhile, especially because of last game, I'm expecting you to go air again, so I'm just going straight into missile ships.
Yeah, yeah. But you can never go wrong having missile ships. That's a good thing to do. Houston saying one base bombers in chat. Yes, one base bombers. If you don't get the reference, there's a... Gosh, I can't remember what tournament it was. Probably Draki Cup 15 or something, but like Houston was having a pretty good Rail Rush game, and then he was like, I'm gonna build bombers off of one base. And just lost everything, you know? It was JC 17, really? Jeez. There you go. It's more recent than I thought. Uh-oh, March of the Penguins in mid.
Oh no, I remember this now.
Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Oh.
I'm pretty sure in the chat at that point I was like, okay, Phoenix.
It's just one turret. Oh. It happens, true. Man. It happens. In fact, do we dare check the units lost tab here? Oh! Oh dear. Let's get away from there. There's no need to look at that.
No, I'm done. I've seen what I came to see. And you meanwhile going for a triple artifact round.
Indeed. And it's gonna be tough to stop because the only military unit here is missile ships right now. Also, they still don't have mobility support power? Okay, there we go. It's just now been put in there. I think you had that power chip floating for a while, which is kind of sad. But things happen.
So, Thatch in the chat is saying that the pulse seems OP with this mod. And I'm not sure that's completely true. I think, like, once you get to the late game, K'Nef can be really, really strong.
Yeah, but they certainly look weak early, don't they? Because of those inherent debuffs at the start.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, it's interesting trying to balance something like that, I think. Whoa! Also, they can do that. Anyway, it's interesting trying to balance something like that, I think, because you need to give a faction that's weak early the tools that it needs to survive in the early game. But then also, you know, you want them to be strong in the late game, but you tend to fall into like a trap of, you know, making a faction like, okay, if they get to the late game, they're unkillable, but they can never make it past the early game, and then that's not really any fun. So it's very difficult to balance that sort of thing. And I think Just Carrier's done a pretty good job with that. Also, the probe vision, yeah, it is pretty ridiculous, but actually K'Nef gets pretty much that sort of vision on all of their units when they get mobility powered up to full. It's like plus 150%. Oh yeah, look, it says it on the tooltip there. So that would be more than doubling the amount of vision that they've got, yeah. In fact, one of the things that he's changing about Galzian in the new version is that he feels like every faction has got an ability to map hack, as he says, with just, you know, getting ridiculous vision over the whole field. Except for Galzian, and he wanted to do something to let them be a little bit more competitive that way. I think it was increasing the scanner vision radius and decreasing their health, if I'm not mistaken. But he'll certainly correct me if I'm wrong in the DMs. He always does. Uh-oh, I see a nuke.
Got a nuke. I see a nuke. Right on my ego.
Oh, the heavy railgun just spawned. That's just rude.
Ouch.
That thing is pretty fun. And weapons to full, too. You can tell I'm trying to get a cruise missile shot onto the carrier here, but I just don't quite have the range. That's a bit awkward. We'll get there eventually. Uh-oh, am I gonna teleport a unit here? Oh, no. Whoa! Look at that guy go! What? That's gotta be illegal. You saw that too, right?
I missed it, but if I remember right, you do it again.
Oh no. Yeah, it's bad for him to be this close to walls if you know what's gonna happen, because you can cause units to like spawn inside of a rock and teleport, and obviously if it's an accident we don't care too much, but you could theoretically weaponize that, and we don't want people to be, you know, cheating. So that's just me being a terrible example. Don't watch me. Forget what I'm doing here.
I mean, how often do you get to see, like, a wall riding support user?
That is true, it's pretty cool looking. Hey, there we go, now we've got range. Systems 5 is about to finish too, that'll help. Good grief. You know, in general, I would say that railguns are actually pretty good against carriers, but not when they're this powered up, I don't think. And here comes the auto-fire nuke. There it is. Ow. Cow, did you ever play back when this thing was lead target, and so you could like make your opponent accidentally shoot themselves over and over again with it?
Oh no!
It took a little bit of iteration before it was really working properly, you know. Of course, if you ever play Saban in Anomaly, you know, you've probably killed yourself once or twice before using that thing.
Oh, I absolutely did. That, the first game of mine you casted against, Kitsune, I got stunned in my own microwave emitter.
Oh gosh, that's true! I forgot about that.
I didn't even realize that the Saban carrier, like, auto-fired that. So I was very confused.
Things happen,
I died,
man.
and I was, like, laughing with Kitsune in the chat, like, did I do that?
Was that me? Oh boy.
And anyway, I go down.
And that's gonna be a nice 2-0 for me. Weird games, man. I don't even know what to say about those.
Weird games, but like, kind of the expected result, if we're being honest.
Entertaining, though. And that's what really matters in the end.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, good grief. This patch is just so ridiculous, you know? It's wonderful, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah, deeply silly mod.
Indeed. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that you ended up moving to the lower for this tournament, or were you in upper bracket?
No, I ended up in lower.
Right. So in that case, this would be the last time that cowofschmau and I would meet in Anomaly Cup 1.
Yeah, next time you see me is gonna be with, God Hates Weebs, once we can nail down a time for that.
Oh. Dude, I am so excited for that. Didn't you say in the server, like, God isn't responding to my DMs? I thought that was the funniest thing I'd seen in my entire life, I swear. Faith crisis.
Yep, a little bit. A little bit of a crisis of faith.
Well, we look forward to that with great anticipation. As for me, I'll be moving to the upper bracket, and cowofschmau will be the one who casts my games up there, because of course, you know, one does try to avoid casting his own matches. But thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you guys in the chat have enjoyed as well. And I suppose we shall catch you in the next one. Alright, say goodbye to the people.
Oh, indeed. Goodbye to the people.
Ah. You see, she's just perfect, you know? Nobody could be better.
Oh, I
Alright.
try. Fair flipped.
This is the Double Cow Cast signing off.